So what I invite you to do is make yourselves as comfortable as possible. If you have phones on, please put them into some sort of flight mode. It's not just do not disturb, just so that it doesn't interfere. Okay. And this is just going to be a shorter meditation, and then we'll do something slightly longer. So what you're listening to now is what's referred to as pink noise, and it's kind of what you'd hear in nature with a waterfall or something like that, but with the top and bottom frequencies trimmed out, and it just makes it a smoother sound. And within that, the frequencies will be playing, so you don't have to be listening out. Is that delta rhythm in there, that theta rhythm? It's just there in the background. Now you might be able to hear a little bit of that binaural. So I'm just going to invite you to close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, it makes it a lot easier to focus inwards. You can do this with your eyes open, by the way, but you have to pick a really boring spot. And it's quite tricky to do in this room. So, with your eyes closed as they are, just notice the contact points of the chair or the seat beneath you, behind you, and just really giving your weight to the seat, to the floor, allowing yourself to be supported, and just making any adjustments to make yourself feel a little bit more comfortable. I know everybody's sitting up, but you don't have to be military upright. You know, just settling. And that's it. And just noticing the general weight and shape of your body. Just noticing the outline, referred to as the skin line, where your body ends and the environment begins. The sensations of the temperature of the room against your skin. That's it. And just breathing. Nothing that you have to do, nobody wanting anything from you, nobody needing anything from you right now, because this is your time. Everything else can wait, and isn't that great? And create in your mind, if you will, the idea of a box, a large container. It can be as high or as low tech as you want. A box with a heavy lid. And just opening that lid, and inside it place anything that can get in the way of you being fully present right now. Any worries, anxieties, concerns, anything that just isn't important right now. And place in that box also the idea of having to achieve anything in particular, of doing this right. And if your mind is dull, then you might want to place a pillow or something that represents falling asleep in the box, so that you can stay a little bit more present. So this is just a tool for you to be here now. And then close the lid, turn away from the box, move it behind you. And then in front of you, just thinking about, imagining that there are 10 wide steps leading to a special place. A special place that only you can access, that only you know exists because it's in your mind. And with each number, with each step, just feeling even more comfortable, even more relaxed. Just allowing that outside world, any sounds, to just allow you to move even deeper into yourself. As I count 1, taking that first step, even more relaxed. even more at ease, even more comfortable on 2, 3. That's it, just floating and drifting. Every number, every breath moving you further and further away from any problems, any anxieties, concerns. Just let them move into the background. 4, 5. That's it. Nice and easy, nice and relaxed. 6, 7. Going deeper and deeper. 8 and 9. Really there now. 10, 10, 10. And now arriving in this space. Just notice what that feels like. And finding a favorite spot. You can be sitting or lying down somewhere, just floating, that's fine. What I'd like you to do is just notice that there's a rough alignment between your head, your heart, and your gut, the 3 brains of the body. And we know now that the brain is not confined to the head, that it wanders around. There are 500 million neurons just in the gut. The heart has the greatest biofield. And what I'd like you to do is place your awareness, first of all, down in the gut, in a region around 3 or 4 fingers width below the belly button, and in a little bit, feeling into that whole spaciousness of the pelvic bowl area. And if you want, you can imagine a ball of energy there, whatever color you want. Or no color, doesn't matter. Just really sitting with that. And the gut brain is, in some traditions, referred to as the cave at the root of a mountain. So just feeling into the spaciousness and the groundedness and the intuitive energy of that gut brain. And then moving your awareness upwards to the heart, the center of the chest. It's not the physical heart, what's referred to as the heart center. And it's almost as if you're breathing in and out of the wall of the chest. And the heart brain is likened to a vast ocean. And like the ocean, it can be still, almost like a mirror, or tumultuous, crashing waves. The seat of your emotions. And your emotions can be calm or tumultuous too. Your heart is capable of all of that. And then noticing that this supports the brain in the head. And we often locate this between the eyes and in a little bit. It's where we often think we are, because there's an aliveness, there's a freshness there. The brain in the head, the seat of our critical mind, the critical faculty. And noticing these 3 brains together now. Imagine that there's a channel connecting all 3. So a channel connecting from the brow through that heart center and down into that one point in the gut. And what I'd invite you to do is to take a word or a phrase, something that you want to cultivate a bit more of right now. And it can be more calm or ease or comfort, focus, whatever it is. Just take that word or a phrase and just allow it to form in that brain, in the head, and then move down and load it with feeling in the brain of the heart, and then allow it to move further still down into the gut brain. From verbal to non-verbal. That's right. And from there, allow that to spread beyond the gut to all the surrounding areas, so that every fiber, every muscle, every organ, every cell of your body receives this message. Just allow it to be cultivated as you watch, just observing. And then what I invite you to do is take a question or a problem, something that you would like the solution to right now. And if there isn't one, then you can just ask, what is a useful message I can receive and understand at this time? But if you have something specific, you can offer that too. And in the same way, just thinking about that from the brain in the head, and allow it to sink down into the heart and then into the gut. And then allow whatever needs to bubble up, to flow up, to come up. And I'll just remain quiet for a moment as you do that. And now, just accepting whatever you've received. And if nothing obvious has come, then just allowing that to work in the background. The 11 million bits have received your request, so just allow that to cook. And shortly we'll begin our return to physical waking reality. In a moment I'm going to count from 10 down to 1, and when I reach the count of 1, you'll be back in the room as you were before, and bringing back with you whatever insights, every feeling of calm, comfort and ease will remain with you as you return to the physical waking state, and look forward to moving again as I count 10, 9, just following the breath now, 8, 7, just giving yourself a little bit more movement. On 6, nice easy breath in. On 5, 4, just moving a little bit more now, that's it. 3, 2, nice stretch, and 1, when you're ready, you can gently open those eyes. 1, 1, welcome back. If you need to make any notes. There we go, that'll do. Been on an airplane. I don't need to use that, do I? Thank you, David, sorry for... okay, back in the room. Feel free to stomp a little bit, get a bit more grounded, and you know, if anybody needs to do any primal screaming, you're welcome to do that as well. Okay. So that's just a starter for 10. It's just a warm up. Okay. I'll just make sure everyone's with it. Any questions, comments at that point? Let's just see. Anyone want to say anything if you can remember how to speak? Comfortable enough? Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So that really was a warm-up. What you were listening to then was specific frequencies, frequency patterns that help to get into this very deep state of relaxation and focus. and it's something that can be trained. So if anybody felt, you know, like they were out of sorts and somewhere else, or if you fell asleep, that's perfectly fine. Sometimes what happens is your brain says, I really need sleep. And a lot of people are chronically sleep deprived. I work a lot with insomnias and sleep problems. And people go, I'm fine. And you go, I'm not sure. Because it's like being drunk. You can just adjust to being chronically sleep deprived. So when your brain gets the opportunity to claw back some of that rest, it'll take it. So sometimes people do these sorts of meditations and think, my gosh, it feels like I've had a whole night's sleep, because you've gone straight into delta. You're getting all that nice recovery sleep in. So it's very possible to use this for cat naps. One of the things I like to do, there's what we call the Expand app. I think there might be a slide. And there's a 14-minute power nap in that that's got really strong delta signals in it. And I like to just put that on whenever I need a pick-me-up. So you can absolutely use it in that way as well. So that's very practical.